When you think about the Chicago drill music and the impact it's had on the rap game and its influence, it's really the main ingredient to majority of the killings that have taken place in our black communities over the last decade. At least that's how I feel, when it comes to the younger generation. And doing a sit down podcast with Trap Lord Ross, Mama Duck, and Remo from No Jumper, 6ix9ine decided that he wanted to give his take on how black on black crime, because of hip hop influence, is the real elephant in the room that no one wants to talk about.
I'm gonna take this conversation to a dark place because it's the elephant in the room that nobody wanna talk about. In Chicago, and we're talking about Chicago. People die everywhere, but let's talk about Chicago, right? I'm from New York. People die in New York. Like there's 13-year-olds, 16-year-olds dying in New York. In Miami, I live here now. There's people dying too. But let's focus on Chicago. How many people died, would you say, from the 2012 era, 2011 era, right, to 2026? How many moms lost their sons?
Man,
a lot.
Probably hundreds and hundreds.
A lot. What you mean, just from that era or all together?
All together, just general and period.
It's the drill culture.
Yeah. How what would you say?
I would say hundreds.
Hundreds, maybe 1,000.
I would say hundreds.
Maybe like 1,000.
I would say
high hundreds.
High hundreds?
Yeah.
Would you say?
Just like the lost kids to the streets in that period. That sounds like a lot.
I think it's more. I think it's more than. I don't think it's in the hundreds.
That I know.
Let's talk about let's talk about the kids. Let's talk about the people, right? Kids, men, grown adults, whatever. People, right now we're asking the question, how many people you think died from 2011 to 2026? But we're just thinking about like the names, right? We're talking about like the Newskis, the Wooskis, the Fredo.
Not
like,
Wooski. Wooski still here.
Okay. Then, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know their names.
Right.
But like the big names people, right? But what about the people that we don't even know their name? That just are, like, they're casualties to the war,
or
right?
Guilty by association.
This is part, and as fucked up as it sounds, this is what I'm saying. The elephant in the room is that this is black culture. It is what it is.
When he talks about Chicago and its influence and how a lot of people have became a casualty of war because of its drill movement, that part I agree with. I agree with that 100% because some of those guys who died when drill was at its peak, they were making diss songs for clout. But every person you heard dissing wasn't sliding. And sometimes some of these people would die just because of their affiliation to certain people that they knew that was really doing shit. Take it even further, if you look outside of Chicago when he talk about this part, this stuff started going on in other places. You had other people in other places that were having the same outcome, or it's still having the same stuff going on today because of what was started 10 years ago in Chicago. Chicago made it cool to diss the dead in songs. They made it cool to put your op in a pack and smoke it. Like smoking on your op. That's something that became popular because of what Chicago created. So when 6ix9ine bring that up, that's something to kind of think about. But what I don't agree with is him blaming the black culture or the hip hop culture for his outcome, because mine is you being crossed in whatever gang you was affiliated with in the end, and that being your excuse for snitching. You was on the same type of timing as a drill coach. Your very first song that you blew up off had a drill feel to it. It had a drill sound. So I kind of don't be rocking with him when he try to blame black people for his personal problems, because, dude, you was with the shit until they hit your baby mama and kidnapped you for whatever reason. Then once stuff started to get serious with you, that's when you decided you wanted to flip and you wanted to tell. But let him tell it. He only told and flipped when it came to the parts that were dealing with him in this case, because the feds was already on to Treyway in the game that he was repping and shot it. I don't know, just some crazy stuff.
When I sat down with Bank, right? When I sat down with Bank, The question was like, yo, why you think people hate you so much? Right? And I said, well, I don't know. I think, you know what I mean? People pick and choose who they want to hate on. And I said, nah, I think it's because you a Mexican, right? And I'm like, well,
Y'all
that's,
minorities
no,
too.
but that shouldn't be a thing.
I know
That
black
shouldn't
people.
even be said because, I mean, my thing is, right, if I,
Say what you got to say.
no,
man.
I
Let
am,
it
but
out.
I want you to understand and put it where it's like, no, but nah, bro, it's different. Nah. If I came in here disrespecting you, I wouldn't expect you to disrespect me back, right? If I came in here with an attitude, or if I came here acting like not wanting to say nothing, I feel like it'll throw the whole energy of the mood off because you get what you give out,
Yeah,
right?
that energy.
It's just period. That's just the rule of life. You get what you. If I disrespect you, I expect you to. If I hit you, I expect you to hit me back. That's just life. So what Banks said was like, yo, you a Mexican, and me looking at just Chicago, I don't see no other race killing off sons, brothers, fathers than black people.
You are so true about
But it's the elephant in the room is like, oh, well, stay out our business.
No,
No, but I'm not saying you, I'm saying that's something that has to be addressed because when I told Bank, I said, yo, why people like so hard on me? And he was like, cause you a Mexican. I said, well, who killed Pac? Who killed Biggie? Who killed Nipsey? Who killed Pop? Who killed Young Dolph? Who killed XXX? Who
Another
killed
black man.
just another black man? But who betrayed 6ix9ine? Who bit the hand that fed? Who bit the hand that fed all these people?
We do have this thing in our culture where when it comes to outsiders telling us about ourselves or having outside opinion on things that go on in the culture, we really don't be wanting to hear it, especially when they calling us out on our BS. And I'm not saying that the culture is all bad, but when you talk about the bad, depending on the room that you in, you got to tiptoe around certain things and certain conversations when in reality, you shouldn't really have to. And is 6ix9ine wrong in some of the stuff that he's saying when he calls out the hypocrisy? Or is he the pot calling the kettle black because before he ran into his legal troubles, like I said earlier, you know, he was outside causing all this same bullshit that he's saying is a problem now. He was part of the problem. You weren't ducking no smoke at all in your world of what you had going on. So some people might look at what he's saying and call it bullshit. And I think part of people looking at it calling it bullshit is gonna be because he Mexican. We feel like he don't belong in the rap game to begin with. In your mind, when you hear him talk, it really don't mean nothing. But if this was Lil Baby, if this was NBA Youngboy, if this was Lil Durk, one of your top rappers in the game saying some of this stuff, would you hear it differently?
Culture don't want to talk about the elephant in the room. And Charleston White said it best. Like, yo, we are our own enemy. When y'all start realizing, like, this is we. The reason music is dead is that we're not focusing on what's the problem here. Like, this is fucking up the game, bro.
Die with Duck. Let's start there.
Rap music has been dead for a minute now. Everybody dead. Like the main people, you know, so like I say, some of this stuff I kind of understand where he coming from when he just talk about the stupidity or just all the people that done died and went to jail, because some of the greatest rappers in the last 5 to 10 years, names, if you just sit back and think, I just say it like this. When Dolph died, I knew the rap game was headed into a different direction. To get shot and be shot at is one thing, but to keep on going until you actually kill this man, that showed me everything that I needed to see about where we would end up being in the years to come. Like, this shit going downhill, and it's getting worse and worse when you don't have people willing to take accountability for the shit that be going. It's like these stories be popular stories or they be trending in the media when the drastic situations happen. and everybody got something to say for like a week or two, or once you find out who did it, or if it's a cold case or whatever. But it's like it's never no movement behind it. You never hear the podcasters, you never hear the people who run media, people who control the music that's being put out. You never, this shit never takes a break. It never stops. It just keeps on going. It just keeps on going. The cycle keep going, and the money just it continues to flow. So I always say, rap to me, in all honesty, the rap game in its entirety is the biggest finesse in the world. If you can finesse your way into becoming a rapper and survive it, you will forever be rich, regardless of what type of music you put out, good or bad. It's so easy for somebody to get on and just get rich off of this dumb shit. And then you got the people who sit at the top, the OGs, the retired rappers, who I would say the ones who don't really got to do this shit no more, and they then beat all the odds. They don't say shit. You don't really hear them say nothing. It's like when they do speak on shit, the only thing they say, man, I'm trying to stay out these young niggas. If y'all the one created this industry in the 80s, in the 90s, in the early 2000s, you mean to tell me you just gonna let the younger generation, or just the last 10 or 15 years, what's been going on, you just gonna let that kill it off? Nobody's gonna stand for nothing just because in your corner or in your world, you still making your money with your fan base or whatever. You can continue to just remake your old shit over and over again and finesse and milk the game. So hell, you ain't got shit to say. That's crazy to me.
Like, shout out to Duck, but like, yo, bro, this is who killed Duck, bro? Like, why does it hurt to talk about it?
And
like,
they killed him over words because he ain't know not now one of the motherfuckers.
You get it? Like, we can't.
Never did nothing
and yo,
to them.
and I'll tell you this, like, this has to be said, and I know I'm saying it for a reason, and it's gonna hit, it's gonna strike a nerve with some viewer, and it's gonna start changing. Remo met me before. Ross met me before. I do not, and I'm saying I don't say this like applauding me. This is not a good thing. I don't do that. Remo met me. He met me. I walk around. I just got here. There's no security at my house right now.
You have a beautiful house.
Thank you. So my thing is, like, I don't do that. I don't say the things I say and then have 5 guards, one standing there, one standing there, one standing. I don't do that. And God, look, how many moms lost their sons? Hundreds, thousands, right? Why am I still here though? I'm out and about. I'm in Vegas. I'm here for a purpose. And we need to start opening our eyes that this culture is fucking up the world right now, bro.
It ain't just about the younger generation and the younger kids in our black community. Just, on dumb shit. You have to look at the older people who done beat this shit and go like, when do y'all start pulling these young guys in or pulling them to the side and trying to coach them and mentor them on certain things? We don't see none of that going on. To get back on topic, if you take 6ix9ine out of the situation, he not lying. He ain't lying. Some of the stuff that he's saying, he just keeping it real. It just, we don't want to hear it because of who it's coming from.
Take me out so you can focus on the problem. The problem here is that.
So you're saying black people the problem?
They're a big problem, yes. Who killed her son? Black people. Who killed Nipsey? Black people. Who? We killing each other off. You know that, right? Can I take? So let me take myself out. I'm not black. They killing each other off.
Yes.
And we right now, if everybody was alive, you know what I mean?
Nah, we have to do better. But I feel like the delivery, in a way, it sounds like you contributed. But then, like, now you removing yourself from it.
No, I said take me out so you could see it.
Yeah. It's just one of them things where when it comes to our culture, we look at the person that's saying it and it's like, nigga, we ain't trying to hear nothing he got to say. We ain't trying to hear nothing he's saying. But is he lying, though? Can one person say the shit that he's saying and we just sit back and just think, analyze everything that's been going on in the last 10 or 15 years? Is he not telling the truth right now?
We have to do better, but I feel like the delivery, in a way, it sounds like you contributed. But then, like, now you removing yourself from it.
No, I said take me out so you could see it. Yeah. Like, and anyway.
And I'm not arguing that.
I know Remo. But on the comments, you gonna see, like, the same way I told Bank thought this shit Bank though, he cooked me till when he seen the comments, I pre-analyzed the comments.
And then you got Remo up here trying to make a point that we all know. It's like I said earlier, his situation was his fault with what he had going on in New York. And to be honest with you, that never had nothing to do with rap from the get-go. To like when you just think about the stuff that 6ix9ine had going on in his situation, instead of rappers going on a council tour out loud, they should have ignored 6ix9ine and just moved on quietly from him. But the more the culture dissed him and tried to counsel him out loud, the louder it made his voice, to the point where he was able to just build a platform and shed light on all the hypocrisy that go on in the rap game. And it didn't. And what made it worse was once you started seeing rappers' paperwork started to leak, crews started going to jail, and members started, taking the stand. Kind of like the rap game got cursed a little bit going at him so hard, when if he was an outsider to begin with, nothing he had going on should have mattered to your favorite rapper. That's just me. That's as real as I can be.
Hey, yo, let me take myself out because obviously I'm not black. Black people are black people's most, y'all own enemy. And then when someone comes in like me, y'all try to put all the fingers go like, look at him. Because y'all don't want to take accountability. So y'all say, but look, y'all got T.I. on the stand. Y'all made an excuse. Y'all got Gunna on Crime Stoppers and T.I. on Crime Stoppers. Y'all made an excuse. Y'all got Young Thug interrogation video. Y'all made an excuse. 50, everybody know Irv Gotti, Supreme Team, Feds. Y'all made an excuse. But when it's 6ix9ine, there's no excuse. It's like, yo, let's grab all our fingers and go that way to throw the distraction off. Facts is facts, bro. And like I said, bro,
it's some snitches that got black snitches that got completely jousted out.
Finesse 2 times, paperwork came out. Hear me out. Finesse 2 times, paperwork came out. Nah, but he funny though. Boston Richie got dropped by Future. Still hot right now. So y'all pick and choose who y'all. This is what I'm trying to say. And bro, I don't give a. I'm like. Y'all know this. I'm getting money and I'm still alive, and like God is I know God has me here for a reason. I don't know if it's one day leave all this behind and follow his steps but you gotta understand there's people out there that it's a truth that they do not want to hear, and I don't know why we just don't talk about it. Or maybe it's right message, wrong messenger.
So when I'm listening to him talk again, we can look at this and go right message, wrong messenger all day. If that's the type of person you is, and that's the way that you look at the hip-hop culture being so sacred, we can't let no outsiders in. But what is this man saying that's wrong? We killing our own culture. It ain't nobody else's fault but ours. We are the problem. And a lot of the influence that we have is so damn strong to the point where no matter what we push, it's gonna sell, whether it's positive or negative. And that's starting to become crazy. That's starting to look crazy to me, man. That's starting to look real crazy. So kudos to 6ix9ine, addressing the elephant in the room. I hate that it gotta be somebody like him if that's the type of person that you are. I don't care who the messenger is, as long as the message get put out. That's the type of person you is, then shit, more power to you. But he ain't say nothing wrong in this. He didn't say nothing wrong at all. And rap music has been dead for a long time. It's been dead for a long time. I'll just say it like this to close it. Jacksonville and what's going on in Jackson, and Fulio being dead, and everybody else that done died on both sides, a lot of them boys probably would still be alive if it wasn't for the drill movement and what Chicago built and its influence. Because when you look at Jacksonville and how them boys was moving that ATK and KTA beef down there, that's a mirror reflection of OTF and GBE and all the shit that was the O Block versus the GDs and shit in Chicago. It's a mirror reflection. Minus that being a literal gang thing where those are in Chicago black disciples and real gangster disciples. It's a clique thing in Jacksonville, but it's the same type of movement. You got the same shit going on. You got kids dying for no reason on the street in broad daylight, and you got crazy kids getting in songs in videos, reenacting the scene and putting it in the music and going to jail for it and dying for it some more. So it's like, when do we change the narrative for real? When do we have 5 or 6 more people like 6ix9ine? If I say, if you're mad at the messenger, when do we have 5 more people that's in the hip hop culture and who can speak on this to come out like 6ix9ine did, where it don't have to be him, but they can keep it real and it's heard, it's taken in, and is interpreted, is comprehended in a way where people understand that it's time for a change. And if you part of the problem, then you change. I don't know, man, but y'all let me know what y'all think about this. It's T-RaeTv. If you're new to the channel, hit the like button, subscribe, share, comment down below. And over here, man, I don't give lies and spin narratives. I just say what I feel. Keep it nice in the comments.